Okay, we're now in Kilayim Perek Bet, Mishnah Chet. Okay, in the last Mishnah we learned, in Mishnah Zayin, that if you had pishtan, a telem shel pishtan, you are mutar li smoch telem shel pishtan. If you had one ridge of flax, you're allowed to put it at the edge of your field, and it's not a problem of Kilayim. Rabbi Shimon said, echad zera pishtan be'echad kol minim. It's okay whether it was pishtan or any min, any other species, that was considered, that would be okay. So today's Mishnah is a continuation of this issue. Says the Mishnah, that might be true regarding most minim, but not if it's chardal v'charia, mustard and saffron. Says the Mishnah, ein somchin l'sadeh tvuah chardal v'charia. You're not allowed to grow even one strip of mustard or saffron adjacent to your field of tvuah, of grain. Aval somchin l'sadeh yirakot chardal v'charia. If it was a field of vegetables and not a field of tvuah, then you're allowed to plant it next to chardal and charia next to your vegetables. And the Bartanurek says the following: chardal and charia hem mizikin the tvuah. They're damaging. They're detrimental to tvuah. V'im lo shabal l'ased zaram v'rotzeh b'kiyumam. And if you hadn't planted them and wanted their existence to continue, lo haya meniach adam acher sheyizra echad mishnei elu minim samuch l'tvuah shelo. No one else would have allowed you to plant it and leave it next to his field. Nobody else would have allowed you to plant it there. It's unclear whether someone else was like the neighbor wouldn't allow you to do it, or if it was damaging for you, nobody else would have permitted. But for whatever reason, if other people see you planting the chardal and the charia next to your tvuah, next to your grain, then it looks like you're being mikayem kilayim intentionally. Because remember, we said the last case, it was telem shel pishtan, flax, because nobody only planted one telem of pishtan, and therefore there wasn't a chashash that people would think, there was no concern that people would think that you were being mikayem kilayim. But in this case, if people see your saffron or your mustard, they know it's bad for the tvuah, and therefore it must be that you're being mikayem kilayim. Next idea, the Mishnah now continues. If there are other things that are interrupting in between your field of tvuah and the vegetables that you want to plant, or the other min, those are considered an interruption. Those are considered a barrier in between, and therefore it's not a problem at all in order to plant two things adjacent, as long as there's a barrier in between. Says the Mishnah, v'somech labur, you're allowed to you're allowed to plant a second species next to a sadeh bur. Bur is a sadeh bur, which is an unplanted field. If there's an unplanted field, an unworked field in the middle. Villa near, or a near is a plowed field. Okay? And the question is, how big must the field be? Some say it's a beit rova, others say not. Villa gapa, which is a stone wall. Villa derech, or if there's a path in between, a road. So therefore if I have grain on one side, I can plant vegetables on the other side. Villa gader shu gavoa asarat tvachim, any fence that's 10 tvachim high, that is an interruption in between two fields. V'lacharit she'ahu amok asara v'rachav arba, or if you have a ditch that's 10 tvachim deep and 4 tvachim wide. V'la'ilan shu meisech al haaretz, or a tree that shades over the ground. Okay, and the Bukati says she'ein roshei anafav gvoim min hakarka shalosha tfachim. Okay, that it's lying on the ground, meaning it's almost shaded on the ground, so it's sort of like a fence, that its leaves are less than 3 tfachim off the ground. V'lasela is a rock, shu gavoa asara b'rachav arba, that's 10 tfachim high and 4 wide, so it's a separate reshut. And in all of these cases, if it's a fallow land, plowed land, a fence, a path, or if it's the first one, the gapa is a loose stone fence, or a path, or a fence that is 10 tvachim high, or a trench, or a tree, any one of those, all those are considered hefsek vis-a-vis planting two species one next to the other, and if you do that with these barrier in between, it's not considered kilayim. I'd like to dedicate this learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman, and as always, if you have comments or questions, feel free to contact me, rspolter@gmail.com. Have a great day.